5 a.m. club, 5 a.m. club, 5 a.m. club. Vuga. Tsogang, vugane man. Time to go hustle. Your big brother is out here. Big homie Smuda, Usonjebe, all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. Very excited to be with you guys at 5 o'clock in the morning, Johannesburg time. Now, I bumped into an article and I thought, let me just share this article. I didn't write this article, I didn't compile this article, but I think it's got a lot of insightful knowledge that I would like to share with you guys on this episode today. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys have been enjoying the past 2 weeks since we've started the 5 a.m. club. I hope you're enjoying the 5 a.m. club. Give me the feedback on the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the platform. And very soon, when we keep growing, I'm going to start a community of, maybe let me leave that for another video. But I'm just excited on this video to be focusing on the 15 habits of truly intelligent people. Other people are not intelligent because maybe they're more highly educated than you are, or maybe they were born better than you. Nobody's better than you. We're all the same. God loves us all. You've got your own intelligence in your own way. You're probably good in plastering that stena, in building a mkuku, building a home. You're probably good in hitting that till at Checkers ShopRite. You're probably good in creating the formula that ends up creating a Mofa energy drink. You're probably good at working at that company that creates us. We are all intelligent in our own right. You've got your own intelligence, but you must work at it. Have you ever seen people who are so intelligent and so gifted that they're not really that successful in life, but you're like, wow, this person is so intelligent. And they're sitting on their intelligence. Other people are just intelligent in their mind, and when they open their mouth, it's like, wow. The intelligence that comes out of this person's mouth. They can monetize that, but some of them are not monetizing it. Do you still want to call them intelligent than you? Maybe you know how to monetize your own brain, your own mind. Maybe you can even take some public speaking classes. You start making money off becoming a motivational, public, inspiring speaker. But you've got another person on the other side whom you think is more intelligent than you, but they're not monetizing their brain, their mind, and they're not becoming a speaker. They're not starting a YouTube platform. They're not using their intelligence to empower society. Do you still want to call that person intelligent? So we are all intelligent in our own right, in our own way. God gifted us all the different gifts that we need. That's why uNkulunkulu athi konke okudingayo kukuwena. All the tools you need to succeed, you already have them. I've already given all of them to you. You're the one that must decide. All right, let's get into it. As I did say that I didn't compile this article, I didn't write it myself, but here we go. Number one, we're talking about, by the way, guys, the 15 habits of truly intelligent people. Number one, they don't talk about how smart they are. Smart people are busy growing their minds. Why have I been recommending books for you guys? I've been recommending books if you go to the Hustlers Corner since the COVID-19 lockdowns, even before the lockdowns. I've been writing books, sharing wisdom and knowledge with you guys. So you guys become better, so you guys focus on personal development. You better yourselves. Because this life thing or pursuing success is not about chasing. It's about bettering yourself. The solutions, as I always say, they're not out there, but they're in here. It's about bettering this person. Personally developing yourself. As you develop yourself, you start leveling up. You start becoming a better person. And as they say here, intelligent people don't talk about how smart they are, but all these smart people are busy growing their minds. Read books. Arm yourself with knowledge. Listen to other people. And you don't have to only listen to motivational, inspiring speakers or visionaries or people who've created or invented things. You can learn from anyone. Wisdom can be absorbed from umawoledi nje uzigibeleli taxi. Umama nje uzithengisela ama-plate laphana erenkeni. Umagogo wakho or umkhulu wakho awunasikhathi sakhe. Awumufe nako. Dula le yena ummutse dilo tse e leng gore ne di diagalagale ha le sampane le gola. Mmutsise gore bona ba godile bjang. Mmutsise gore apartheid government ne le bjang ka nako wa bona. Mbuzi mibuzo. That's a form of you bettering yourself. So you know about yourself, knowledge of self. So you know about your past history. You know about where you come from. You know about your country. You have to consistently work on arming your mind with knowledge. Number two, smart and highly intelligent people learn best by imitation. They study what works and they try it. You know when they say copy, but copy well. If uzokopa umuntu, uzokopa DJ Sbu, uzokopa Mark Zuckerberg, uzokopa uVusthembe kwa, uzokopa uPenuel the Black Pen, uzokopa uBonang Mathebo, uzokopa uLerato Kganyago, uzokopa Candace Owens, uzokopa noma ubani ofuna umbona ku-internet. Now uzomkopa, make sure ukuthi uyamkopa and then you apply. And make sure ukuthi you are sure who you are copying. That's why they say copy, but copy well. And a lot of you guys consume the information on the internet, but you don't apply it. You don't act. As I always say, guys, yes, thoughts become things, but you gotta act. ACT, action changes things. You gotta apply that knowledge. You gotta act, put it to work. Now what I'm doing right now, I might have copied it from a lot of people. I copy a lot of people on the internet that I watch who do incredible work, but when I copy, I make sure that I copy well and I go and apply. How many years have you been consuming content online? When did you decide to start? Or when are you deciding to start your own platform? When are you deciding to start your own podcast? This is a podcast, by the way. People think a podcast is when you're sitting with someone and just having, back and forth conversations. A podcast is just basically podcasting. This is a form of podcasting. I'm podcasting now. I'm speaking to you all. This is a form of podcast. And I monetize these videos. And I might never know which one you all will like the most, and it's going to go viral. It's going to make a little bit more money or impact more lives. So I'm practicing my passion, what I love doing, but at the same time, I'm making money out of it. And it's not something that just came up. I did not reinvent the wheel. I looked at some of the people that I admire on the internet, and then I just copied them and I just acted. I applied it. I watched people like Patrick Bet-David. I watched people like Joe Rogan. I watched people like Penuel the Black Pen. I watch people like Vusi Tembegwai. I watch people like Learn with Za, B.A. Pusher, La Chief. I watch people that I can learn from. I watch people that change my life. I watch people that show me something and I go act. I copy, but I copy well. I don't copy everything from everybody. I take what I think could work for me and then I apply it. That's number 2. Number 3, they try to figure things out themselves. They throw themselves in the deep end. They're consistently learning and they try to figure things out themselves. They are not always asking for help. It's good to ask for help and assistance, but you gotta try and figure things out yourself. These people want to experiment and problem solve. They solve problems, guys. That's why a lot of them end up becoming successful and rich and wealthy, because they come up with ways to solve societal problems. They want to struggle a little, and they don't give up too soon. The difference between you and them, you give up very soon. Remember, these people are not smarter than you, as I did say at the beginning of this video. We are all intelligent and smart in our own right. But what I love about these people, they figure it out themselves, they work on it, they apply, they copy, and they copy well. But at the same time, they focus on solving problems, and they know they're going to struggle. And they embrace the struggle. They don't give up when they struggle. They keep going. Whenever you give up too soon, that's your problem. Number 4, they're always hunting knowledge. They focus on what they want to know, not what they already know. They're consistently seeking to better themselves at all times. That's why I learn from everyone. I learn from my young guests. I learn from older people. I learn from African spiritual people. I learn from entrepreneurs. I learn from religious people. I learn from successful people. I learn from ordinary people. I learn from young people. I learn consistently. I learn all the time. So all of these people are consistently hunting for knowledge. That's why they are highly intelligent. Number 5, they don't brag about what they know. They apply their knowledge. Apply that knowledge. As I did say, act, ACT, action changes things. Number 6, they connect the dots. They look for connections between dissimilar things. Read across the fields and disciplines. They pay their attention, but they pay their attention to detail. Number 7, they are comfortable with conflicting ideas and making mistakes, but they can hold 2 conflicting ideas in their head at the same time, finding ways to admire each one. I don't know if that makes sense. Number 8, they ask lots of questions. There's no such a thing as a dumb question. Ask questions. Ask questions. And there's no such a thing as a good question. Yes, when people are interviewed, a lot of the times they're like, that's a good question. But maybe it's a question they were not expecting. That's why they end up saying, that's a good question. But there's no such a thing as a good question. Ask questions all the time. There's no such a thing as a dumb question. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Always be curious, Mwanako Chai. Number 9, they abstract from their experiences. They analyze patterns in ordinary stuff, and they create theories to explain themselves. They often focus on small details that are often overlooked. Just different from everybody else. They are their own people, and they embrace how they are. They are themselves, and they're comfortable in their own skin. They're comfortable in being themselves. Number 10, they seek out puzzles and paradoxes. They wrap their minds around things that can't or shouldn't make sense, knowing something caused it to happen. And then they want to go to the root of what caused that to happen. And they do more research around it so they can arm themselves with more knowledge how to solve out these puzzles and paradoxes. Number 11, they don't get hung up on crumbs. They don't let the actions of others bother them as long as it doesn't get in their way. Why do you have to be bothered by people speaking about you, dragging you, discrediting you, criticizing you, speaking bad about you? No. As long as it doesn't get in your way, keep hustling. The very same distractors or the very same people who are saying all of these negative things about you or spreading lies about you, at some point they're going to end up becoming your admirers. As long as it doesn't stand in your way, just keep on pursuing that hustle. Number 12, they move slow until they hit warp speed. They think about a problem before doing anything. They think before they talk. I think that's straightforward. Number 13, they have no problem with failure. You fail forward. That's what they do. They fail forward. Guys, we fail forward. That's why we're achievers. That's why we're doers. That's why we're in the history books forever. Because we fail forward. We don't dwell in that failure, man. Looking at ourselves as victims, complaining and feeling bad forever. No. Fail, get up, dust yourself, fail forward. Keep it moving. On to the next. They view failed experiments as valuable information that brings them closer to their goal. Number 14, they don't try to sound smart. I'd like to consider myself as one of those highly intelligent people because I don't try to sound smart. Check out my interviews. I don't try and overperform my guests. As a matter of fact, I try to play the other way around. I'm like the idiot. And I ask the most simplest questions that can be asked by a matriculant or a grade 6 pupil. I'm like that, me. I ask the most simplest things and listen to the type of content that I draw from my audiences on the Hustlers Corner. And one of the things that I've learned and one of the things that I've copied and I've copied well was through studying people like Joe Rogan or studying people like Oprah Winfrey, some of the best interviewers this country has ever, or this world has ever had, people like Abu Mama Felicia Mabuza, is not trying to project yourself as the most intelligent, but be a good listener. Have you ever seen how irritating it is when you're watching a podcast or an interview and the host keeps on trying to jump in and disturb? And I also sometimes fall into that trap and people get pissed off, like, ask a question and shut up. Let the guests go on and talk. Let the guests school us. We are here for the guests. We want to listen to the guests, not you. And over time, I've learned to teach those skills to people like Penuel. So proud of what he's becoming, what his platforms are becoming. In the beginning, he was the same. He was always trying to show his intelligence because he's a very intelligent guy. But I think over time, I've taught him that, bro, speak less, let the guests speak the most. Let them be the ones that carry the interview. Why not sort of guide the interview, direct the interview here and there. But don't try and always come and try and show your intelligence. We already know you're intelligent. Just rather ask those questions and let the guest lead or run the interview. Number 14, they don't try to sound smart. They explain the complex in a simple way. They're good in simplifying things for anybody to understand out there. I think that's one of the things that I can relate with this one as well. And as I did say that, I consider myself one of the highly most intelligent people. And you won't even notice it easily. People always just see me as just an ordinary guy. But that's where my intelligence lies. Because I know my weaknesses and I know my strengths. And when you know your weaknesses and you know your strengths, you are able... Sorry, let me do this. When you know your weaknesses and you... Oh, sorry, where's it? Oh, yeah. When you know your weakness and you know your strengths, when it's time for other people to shine or it's time for you to learn, you don't want to try and sound smart. Rather make your guests sound smart. Rather make the next person that you're learning from be the one that shines, be the one that is smart, be the one maybe that wants to show their intelligence, their smartness. So when you play it low, so you can learn and absorb from them. That's why even from when I was a student, Maranyazi ringa kakhulu ezinye sifuna ukuzibonisa ukuthi bro, this is what you do, man. Kanti kulapho mina engigeleza khona ngisithulele ngizilalelele laphayana. Mara mina ngizoziringela nje mina isilungunyana salethembisa ngipantsula. But that's where my intelligence lies. Anyway, I keep on making examples about myself. I'm trying to fit into this highly intelligent people's list. But of course, you got to see yourself as that, right? That which you say you are, you are. Anyway, number 15, the last one. They don't always use big words. They use the right words, big or simple. as long as the audience is able to relate to what they're saying. Let's summarize quickly. Number one, the highly intelligent people, some of their traits are they don't talk about how smart they are. Number two, they learn best by imitating. Number three, they try to figure things out themselves. Number four, they're always hunting for knowledge. Number five, they don't brag about what they know. Number six, they connect the dots. Number seven, they are comfortable with conflicting ideas. Number eight, they ask lots of questions. Number nine, they abstract from their experiences. Number 10, they seek out puzzles and paradoxes. Number 11, they don't get hung up on crumbs. Number 12, they move on slow until they hit the warp speed. Number 13, they have no problem with failure. Number 14, they don't try to sound smart. Number 15, they don't always use big words. And I hope that this helps you start reevaluating yourself, your life, your mind, how you are as a person, and you start wanting to go and do better. Because it's not only about consuming this content, it's about going to apply it. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're starting at 5 o'clock. We drop episodes daily. The 5 a.m. Club. Danko.